In 1977, a daring team of social psychologists at Stony Brook University embarked on a quest to unlock the secrets of human connection. With only 36 questions, they set out on a journey to unlock the potential of these inquiries in forging deep and meaningful bonds between people. This study would later influence content creators in different media platforms. Also, this would also be reported in CBS News.
Eyes on the research of psychologist Arthur Aaron, who brought together pairs of strangers. They were told to ask each other a series of increasingly personal questions. He found that afterwards, the pair felt greater closeness than strangers who engaged in just small talk.
Certainly, the outcomes of this study undeniably demonstrated heightened sentiments of intimacy among the participants. A significant majority conveyed a descriptive sense of increased affinity towards their conversational counterpart subsequent to the completion of the exercise.
Today, we embark on a mission to replicate our own study, but with a twist. We only extracted 12 questions from the original set. Our aim is to test the effectiveness despite the reduction in scale.
In our experimental group, we disguised one researcher to play a part as a participant, wherein they would just take turns answering the questions from the container. In contrast to our controlled group, the researcher would still answer the questions truthfully, although he would deliberately do terrible or closed nonverbal gestures. But let's find out the result of our experimental group first.
If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet?
I'm very expressive. I'm a very expressive person. Sinasabi ko yung na mahal ko sila, ganyan. And ang hindi ko lang sinasabi is yung grudge ko kapag galit ako. Kasi alam ko masisira na yung ano man yung ties na nagko-connect sa akin.
Umamin siguro. may mga crushes ako na parang hindi ako umamin kasi feeling ko hindi mag-work. Siguro yun. Actually same din. Kasi hindi din kami masyadong close ng family namin. Lalo na lumaki kami ngayon sa mga tita. So, kumbaga yung gratefulness and yung pagmamahal mo sa parents.
If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be?
So if I were scary, my memories from today, I would do great in school.
I would go back in time and warn you para tapos babalik ko dito kung may nag-progress ng movie on how it would end in the time.
Favorite hero mo si Juan Luna?
Juan Luna? Painter yun, di ba? Antonio Luna yun.
Antonio Luna.
Ako naman yung namatay yung lola ko. Kasi siya yung pinaka-close ko sa lahat. Kumbaga, sa parents ko, siya yung mas close ko. Wala po kasi ako din sa tabi niya nung time na nagkasakit siya. Ganun.
Siguro yung time na nasa province ako, kasama ko yung grandparents ko. Kasi start nung pumunta akong Manila, din dito sa Baguio, parang hindi na ako nakauwi doon. Namatay yung lolo ko na parang hindi ako nakabawi sa kanya, parang gano'n.
What is your most treasured memory? Siguro yung complete yung family namin right now.
Nagkaroon kami ng family bonding na lahat kami umuwi. Parang ayos kami lahat, walang sakitan ng loob, walang toxican.
Yung graduation day po namin, I was looking forward to it, yung mag-graduate na. Pero nung nandun na ako, parang gusto kong mag-stop yung time para makasama ko pa sila. Kasi I know na hindi na kami magkikita madalas. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner. Share a total of 5 items.
Your shoes. Kakaiba.
Earrings.
Rick and Morty.
Sophisticated.
Approachable.
May eyeglass.
Matangkad. Maganda yung eyes.
I see your parents perceive you as independent.
You are so considerate.
Approachable.
Gusto ko yung sumpi mong sangitin kasi ang ganda ng imperfection.
Maganda yung pag-smile mo. So, yun.
Take 3 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
1, 2, 3, go.
Pinanganak ako ng January 22, 2001. Monday yun.
Pinanganak din ako dito sa Baguio, pero nung pumapasok ako ng elementary, naiinggit ako nun sa mga kaklase ko kasi 5 pesos yung baon nila, ganun. Samantalang ako, maswerte na ako kung may piso o may dos. Naglalako ako nun ng mga, yung kamuting kahoy, yung tupig, ganun.
And then, nag-pandemic, nagkaroon ako ng a little bit of crisis where...
When I was in 3rd grade, my dad kind of fucked up our lives. I experienced bullying again, oh my God. And when I was in high school, I joined wrestling and it changed my life because...
Psych ako sa SNU.
Ba't ka hindi naman sa nag-downgrade, pero ba't ka lumipat ng behavioral?
Ano? Mas bet ko ang behavioral.
Wait lang, hindi pa tapos gusto niya.
Tapos na! Yun.
Fast forward to the results, we decided to shorten the video because including everything would make it too long. We asked the participants to answer 3 questions. First, if they would befriend the other person. And fortunately, all of the 10 participants in this group answered yes. The second question asks to rate their partner in attractiveness on a scale of 10. The third question asks, given the right circumstances and mutual availability, would you be interested in going out on a date together? This will be discussed after we replay the documentation of the control group, which we'll play later. But before that,
our study aims to isolate nonverbal communication. Given the myriad of studies proving that nonverbal communication comprises majority of our interactions.
The inspiration for our study is we wanted to figure out how much nonverbal communication contributed in Arthur Aaron's study. The questions naturally evoke openness, and one would unknowingly open his body language. So in our control group, we instructed the experimenter to answer the questions honestly as much as he or she can, but keep a closed body language, most specifically crossed arms or legs. And while we're at it, we're gonna make a comparison between the experimental group and the control group.
Take 3 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
In this context, participants from the controlled group encounter difficulty filling their allocated 3-minute time frame, in contrast to members of the experimental group who find that 3 minutes is inadequate to fully express their stories.
1, 2, 3. Good.
Okay, so I was raised in Mountain Province.
May 2 minutes pa.
The experimental group is also more interactive. They are more likely to follow up on questions than the controlled group.
To be a middle person, that might pass you.
I think, pwede ko rin may share dyan is, siguro yung prayers ko rin.
Take ng command. Ganun yung sense ba?
Pero,
baka may kulangot ako sa
Now for the overall results. As we can see, the ratings from the experimental group are consistently higher than those from the control group. The same pattern is observed with the third question. A participant from the control group even remarked that his conversational partner didn't seem friendly. Another observation is that participants from the control group are less likely to share personal problems or experiences. A few things we can learn from this study are to enhance our communication skills not only verbally, but also through non-verbal communication. In fact, studies have shown that our non-verbal gestures can also shape our thoughts and moods. And the documentation ends here. Let me end this video by quoting Peter Drucker. The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Thank you. 君の全然前世から僕は君を探し始めたよ。その不吉祥な笑い方をめがけてやってきたんだよ。君が全然全部